Forgot to swallow my bread. No, that doesn't work. Cool. Stats are up and running. Nice. Alright, cool. Got tea. I've had a snack. I have not started KSP yet. Let's get that underway. Alright. Better let everybody who knows who cares know I'm going live. Ah, boy. There we go. Well, this game's still being updated somehow. There's my knee. Oh, better bring back OBS. Okay, so here's what I went and did off camera over the past couple days, because I have been playing this game off camera. I actually got a 500-kilometer, a megameter diameter sphere of comsats orbiting. Now the orbits are clean. They are well built and cared for. And the satellites in each of these orbits are completely opposite one another. Here's my problem. The satellites are not in the right phase with each other. Meaning that, if I go over here and show you guys, if this satellite gets up to this point at the intersection between orbits C and B, or yeah, B and C, if it gets here, there's supposed to be a satellite here and here, but they're not. Now, half of that, I was a dweeb and did that on purpose. I put them at about 60 degrees. Oh, alright, I'll have to explain again when Tom gets here. Tom just messaged me. He said he's going to be a little bit behind because even though he's stoned, he's picking up groceries. He DoorDashed groceries. Who the fuck DoorDashes groceries? I would never. Well, I live in a place that's like 2 blocks from a local organic grocery store, so I don't have to. And then if they're closed, I can always go to Aldi. They're not open 24/7, but they've got a good selection of stuff that I already like. Oh, man. I feel like a person today. I actually feel like in the first person, like a person. Like, not only am I in this... And not only am I this neural jellyfish inside a meat suit, actually looking out of a calcium exoskeleton, I'm actually... I feel good. I feel good today. It's been a minute since that happened. But, that's probably down to my new workout routine. I've been trying to run a 5K every day, and I'm trying to get that 5K down below a half hour. I almost did it today. 30 minutes, 27 seconds. If If I had just pushed up the hill a little harder or took a little bit more advantage of the downhill, I might have actually hit it today. It felt so impossible last week, and now not only is it within my grasp, I might have to start running 10Ks under an hour just to get enough. Just to get enough of a workout. I knew my cardio was going to come back fast. I didn't think it'd be this fast. Oh yeah, I got yelled at. I got yelled at by a bunch of punks. No, not even punks. Freaking thugs. Some thugs went ahead and like tried to shout me down from the side of the road as I went through town. I went around my neighborhood like I did the first day on Monday. And as I went around my neighborhood, I looked at my watch to see how far I had run, and I had only run about half a 5K, 2.5 clicks. So I was like, oh, well, alright, I guess I'll just keep running. And as I got to the bridge, I was like, well, crap, I either have to go into town or run this loop again, and I'm already bored. So I'm going to go ahead and run into town. And as I run through town, I get to like the city center, like the heart of all the stone, marble, and brick buildings. I get there, and as I get there, there's this car that pulls up next to me, and it's just like, hey, you! And I knew there's nobody else around, so I knew they were talking to me. And I was like, oh shit, here we go. And I'm huffing and puffing, trying to get up the hill into town. And they started like yelling slurs at me. And they literally called me the N-word. I'm a fucking pasty-faced Peckerwood, man. I don't know how they ever thought that was a good idea. I was more laughing. I was more amused than anything. I was just like, what the hell do these guys think they're gonna gain? And I was like, they want one of three things. They either want the neighborhood to feel unsafe to drop rent, which rent doesn't go down. It always go up, line go up, until the crash gets truly desperate. They actually wanted to fuck me in the ass, like they said they did. And I was just kind of like, maybe it's just because I wear my hair long. I was like, I'm not into that, fellas. Thanks, though. You do you. I didn't say that. I just laughed and just kept on smiling and jogging, like, I feel good. I'm in a good mood. And then they stopped at a stoplight. And as I started to catch up to them, they just kept yelling and kept badgering me. And I'm just like, no, you want me to react? I'm not doing it. I'm not giving you what you want. Bye. Now, make no mistake, I still wanted to rip off their heads and shit down their necks. But it's not worth it. It's not worth trying, and I'm not near strong enough to make that happen. So I was just like, I'm just going to seethe, cope, run. I'm pretty sure the splits got faster after that. I haven't checked. I should check. I should check to see if the splits, after that happened, got faster. Because, like, some days you find motivation, but other days, motivation finds you. How's my fitness level still 43? Damn it, Withings. Yeah, yesterday. I did a walk yesterday, and then in the... What the hell? I went... Oh, it's all walking. No, all workouts. Let's see. Running today. Running yesterday around 5. I did an average pace of 6:15 per kilometer. This is where it happened. Oh, it registered that I had a pause. Oh, it doesn't show along my route where it is when I run the cursor over the elevation and pace chart. Huh. Well, one thing's got to step up the game. Like on the real. Did they follow me? Did those motherfuckers follow me? Because about 2 clicks prior, I did go around a corner where somebody was clearly not happy to see me. And so I turned. As you do. Especially if you're running random routes and just running until you hit your distance. Whatever. It doesn't help control your grade, uphill or downhill, so... But yeah, did they follow me? I have to imagine that... I have to imagine, somehow... I have to imagine on some level that somebody goes around threatening people just to make the neighborhood feel less safe, trying to keep rent from going up. Because it's that meme, you know, you see it, it's like, oh, you see all these people jogging around town, you know, the rent's gonna go up. It's like, okay, I live here. This is where I live, where I reside. So I come to chill and grill and swill. What if I should pop down to the bar tonight? Maybe I should hit the pub. Tom, where are you? Bro, how much groceries did you get? Oh. Is it me? No, it's not me. Even better. Anyone know anyone who's down at the Dallas cheer convention? I had a coworker who took his daughter down there for the competition and told us the real story of what happened down there. Long story short, the brawl happened, but was not the source of the 6+ fresh bullet holes in the convention center. The what? I'm sorry. I need to derail the stream for a minute. Everyone just kind of... You don't need to see my email. Let's see. Dallas cheer convention... News? Fight at cheerleading event leaves dozens injured. Active shooter fears that cheerleading competition turned a skirmish into a stampede. Round.news. I'll put in a shameless plug for free, I don't care. Sorry, I want the US edition. Yes, I live in America. I think that's been established. Okay, so... Dallas cheer convention. Police confirm no active shooter at cheer competition. 61 sources. What's the left say? A lot of center sources. We like to see it. We like to see it. Very nice. I'll skip the cookies for now. I'm trying to lose weight. Okay. Frightening situation at cheer convention. Okay, center sources. Give me some center sources. Bro Bible? Brawl between parents. That's new info. Leads to stampede, leaving 10 injured. Nobody dead? Wow. What's the right say? Fargo athletes and families caught up in shooting scare at cheer competition. Dozens injured after a couple of dads had a fight at a cheerleader convention and someone thought they heard gunshots. I don't understand defending here. Oh, you know what? Actually, never mind. Active shooter alarm sparks mass stampede at National Cheerleading Championship pandemonium. Active shooter alarm. Okay, so that sounds like they're trying to make it sound like alarmism. Warwick-based cheer seemed safe after Dallas incident. Being very vague about what it was. Fight among parents prompts shooting scare at Dallas cheerleading event. So they're downgrading it to a scare, and then they're also downgrading it with air quotes. Unless they're doing the boomer thing, where quotation marks are apparently emphasis. Which that's... Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how stupid it is that entire generations use punctuation differently? Quotation marks are for sarcasm. Bro bought $400 of groceries? Jesus fucking Christ! Y'all ought to lay off the weed if your munchies are that bad. Unless this is for the month. If it's a monthly shop, I get it. But I shop like... Well, I was shopping like weekly. I have yet to go down to the actual, like... the bazaar style produce market. Because the stuff there is like absurdly cheap. It's not... You're on my TV and notice... that's 2 weeks worth of... Okay, 2 weeks I get. 2 weeks I get. 2 weeks I 110% understand. Okay, so now that I have something of an audience, well, let me real quick... Where was it? There we go. Pop. Oh. KSP. Awesome. So yeah, I have comsats in orbit of Kerbin. My own little model train set. My own little model train set here. I love this thing. Let me turn the network display off. So right now, I have a set of 5, because this one doesn't have its pair yet, and that's what I'm going to do here on this stream, as well as tune these orbits, because even though these orbits are... This one, Magpie 1C Plus, is perfectly opposed to Magpie 1C Minus. This is orbit A here, the green one here. That's orbit A. This is orbit B, and this is orbit C. Orbits A, B, and C are out of phase with one another because I did that on purpose. I put them out of phase on purpose because I thought it would improve the coverage area of the ComSat network. I was wrong. I was so dead wrong. Truthfully, this complicated of a ComSat network was not at all necessary. Now, I also made sure that the orbital period of these satellites was the two of them was the same. And because the two of them are the same, they'll never catch up to one another. And so they will stay opposite each other for the next hundreds of thousands of orbits. They'll be in perfect lockstep because KSP orbits are on rails. However, I don't think that the orbital period of orbits A, B, and C all match. So this one, circular within like 30 meters, that's really good. If their apoapses and periapses are close enough together, which they probably aren't judging by Magpie C's orbits. We've got 58 and 44. I actually need to adjust the orbits of Magpie C once I discover. I want to use orbit A as the diamond standard. The train horn is going off. Church bells are bad enough. Actually, they're rather atmospheric and romantic. I actually like the church bells going off. And the train too. Gives good aura to my living space. Let me fly Magpie 1A plus. Magpie 1A minus is going to be launched soon. As soon as I find out what the orbital period is. 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 17 seconds. I'm gonna write that down. 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 17 seconds. So now we head back to the tracking station. I need to check. Magpie 1C minus is just as good a candidate as any. These are the ones that need the most adjustment anyway, the orbit C magpies. This orbital period is 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 17 seconds. So they are so in phase with one another. Let's see, unity rounds, time intervals down to the nearest second. I'll have to send an engineer up. Oh yeah, if you ever dock with one of these satellites, here's what you see. Turn the lights off and turn them back on. Yeah. See the lights. That way you know which way is up to the satellite. You also know that you're facing the correct end. Instead of trying to dock with it like this, all you see is an antenna. Sorry. Because I'm playing in full screen, anytime I Alt-Tab out to Discord to answer messages there, it minimizes and puts KSP out of view. Okay, so apparently the orbital period is such that it will lose or gain half a second per orbit. Half a second or less. So it would take 60 orbits. 60 orbits to lose 30 seconds. 120 orbits. 120 hours. That's 5 days. If I'm going to the trouble of putting these things in such perfect phase with one another, I want them to be perfect. So here's the deal. Let's take a second to really closely standardize Magpie 1A Plus's orbit. I want it on 500 clicks exactly. Perfectly circular. And what's really nice about these RCS thrusters is that you can limit their thrust, in this case, to 1%. Looks like they put them on in pairs. I have RCS enabled. That is probably a mistake. Let me disable that because this way, spinning does not affect the orbit. Back to the map view. I'd like to have my orbital features in view, please. We're going to warp to just before apoapsis. And I'm going to very, very gingerly correct this orbit. Alright, here we go. We're focusing prograde, so point backwards. Oh, RCS. Fuck. Whoa! Even that low a thrust was able to just throw, like toss around periapsis. Alright, and the nice thing here is that we're pointing retrograde anyway once we get around to this. So we will be able to set the diamond standard for our orbital control here. Not only that, but I really want to get the nodes nice and flat. I should turn that off. These are touchy. We are within 1 meter. That was easier than I expected it to be, if I'm honest with y'all. But I am going to go ahead and point, not radial out. I want to point this satellite normal to the orbit. And of course, I just kind of want to face towards the planet, kind of. Actually, I'm facing directly away, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't care what, the game doesn't care which way the antenna is facing as long as it has one. Oh, and I need to go ahead and put the RCS thrusters back up to 100. $240 seconds of ISP. Not bad, not bad. Excuse me, why is the altitude... Huh. So I guess the orbital display in the map view and the... Yeah, it still says 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 17 seconds. I bet you'd have to differ by about 50 meters at this stage. Oh, yeah, there's a little preview of what's happening. Eventually. Not yet. Okay, so let's get some practice by launching Magpie 1A-. Space Center, please. Airbus, can I launch a rocket, please? An rocket. Galaga 1. This is my satellite launch vehicle. I thought I told you to turn these lights off by default. Lights out. That's not what I wanted to do. I thought I told you to stay outside. Lights off. So they do blink by design. Everything's been strutted to high heaven. All 3 modules are able to deorbit themselves. Check your staging! Because I had the top of the rocket fall apart when the fairing opened last time. That wasn't on stream. That was something different. About 50 grand, I can put a comsat in orbit of pretty much whatever the hell I want. Which is great! Because 50 grand is actually not that much in this game. Description's up to date. Save my new change. Because I thought I made this... Oh, that's not what that means. Okay. I thought that it meant... Alright, I brought Discord above the chat. Can't see chat. Even though there's no chat right now. I don't care. Somebody's bound to pop in. Like... me. One of my most loyal viewers. Who am I kidding? He's probably stoned. Face buried in a cookie. Which, you know, good for him. Save. Let's go. Wir sind auf der Wege. SAS, for the love of God. Full throttle. Last time I did a gravity turn, not last stream, but last time I did this, I did a gravity turn at, I want to say 17, no, it was 3,400 meters. This time I'm going to start kicking at 15. We still want to get out of the atmosphere as fast as we can, but as soon as I hit this marker here, I'm really going to start tilting over. You guys hear me over the rocket? You guys cannot hear me over the rocket. Holy Christ. Oh, time to start kicking. Kick, 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 kick. So glad this thing is aerodynamically stable, because I can kick as hard as I want. Oh, that is a really high apoapsis for this stage. Please don't do this to me. Oh. Crap. Drop throttle. Separates. Whoosh. And we break away. And now we actually have an orbit, sort of. And I'm just going to burn sideways until we hit 500 clicks. Screw it. We just burn for the horizon. Well, 500 clicks and also have an actual periapsis. Am I burning mostly radial right now? So I am. Gotta bring the periapsis on up. Gotta bring it up. Gotta bring it up. Bring it up. Bring it up, baby. Bring it up. Gotta keep tilting down. I gotta say, lugging this entire thing into orbit does take a hell of a lot of effort and a lot of fuel. But once I get the satellite separated... Oh, crap. It's wobbly. I did not strut that enough. Once I get the actual vehicle into orbit, then the satellite is so light that RCS is enough to do a ton of orbital changes. With one exception, it's really hard to do a plane change. Like, it takes way too much energy to do a plane change. Perhaps this hasn't fallen behind me yet. Oh. Oh, oh, here we go, 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 here we go. Weeble wobble and they don't fall down. Yeah, kinda. Alright, get ready to cut throttle. Slowly drop throttle. And... Cut power. That's about 500 clicks. That's even closer. Okay, so I'm not doing a plane change. I think... Sorry, lost my train of thought there. I'm not doing a plane change. How much fuel is in this tank? Okay, so it's got enough to deorbit, but not much more. So it is time to go ahead and separate. So, yeah, we gotta... That's a very clean, like 1/4 ratio orbit there. Alright, so separate. Great. Now let's... I'm just going to let these drift apart. So the nice thing about having a control module here and a control module inside this service bay here is that if I press the bracket keys, I can switch between... That is not what I wanted to press. I can switch between vehicles. And I can still control this one. Barely. Let's see what happens. Just a quick little experiment for my sake. And other way. Start trying to slow down my spin here. Come on, come on, come on. And it actually stops early. Interesting. So I think I have enough fuel to deorbit this thing wherever I want. But just to be safe, I'm going to deorbit it way up at the apoapsis. And I don't have to circularize the transfer vehicle just yet, so... The hell? What was that? Oh, that's cool! Wait, if I click, does it stay? You sons of bitches. Wait, I have an idea. This thing usually wants to dive nose first into the atmosphere. Oh, it doesn't want me to... Really? You can't crossfeed between tanks? That's a ripoff. Alright, well, whatever. I don't need to... no. Oh, I see. Wow, so I don't have to flip through... Alright, anyway. We're going to warp to here. The other vehicle... Which I'm actually going to go ahead and switch real quick. It has, yeah, about the same orbital info, but not quite. Alright, so if I'm here in the orbit, and I want to be retrograde when we get to apoapsis, I need to be retrograde, but also slightly radial in. Wait, no. I need to be prograde. I need to point this way. That's what I need. And I put RCS thrusters on this thing, but they're not very useful right now because this stage of the vehicle doesn't have the fuel that drives RCS thrusters. Okay, hold up. Well, stop, 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 stop. Stop. That's literally the way I was pointing before. Well, but that was also where my periapsis ended up, kinda. Okay, so I want to point radial out by 60 degrees. 60 degrees off of radial out, which would be 30 degrees off of prograde, which is here. And so now if I say warp here, when we get there, I should be pointing... Oh, I thought I'd be pointing retrograde. Never mind. Alright, so just to get a vibe here to show you all what's happening. I'm about to point orbital retrograde. We are pointing backwards in the orbit. I want... Nah, I don't want to... Hold up. I thought that activate navigation would do something a bit better than that, but no. Alright, so we drop periapsis. I am going to entirely miss this part of the landmass, but we're coming in at a very shallow angle. Atmospheric friction is also going to play a part in dropping the orbit even lower. But the point is, this piece of the rocket is now on a collision course for Kerbin. So now this one, I want to point prograde. And we're going to use RCS to get there. We're already past apoapsis, damn it. Oh no. I would love to catch the moment that the ascent stage crashes, but what's even better about this is that we have 2,400 meters per second of delta V, and we are fully fueled. The fact that we're up here in a stable orbit, and we are fully fueled, it's not like it's unheard of, but it is nice. Alright, so we're pointed prograde-ish. I need to make a circularization maneuver, but I don't want to do it... Oh, we're already pretty opposed. Screw it. Minimal adjustments. We'll, Now the apoapsis is way too high now. I want to set Magpie 1A Plus as my target, and I want to get these as far apart as I can. Let me see real quick. So I need to burn slightly radial in. If I burn radial in, oh, it's actually worse. So what, I need to burn radial out? Is that what I'm doing? Oh god. 9! I do not like this! So 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and apoapsis is down. Alright. Oh, but I also want to bring it back toward me. Scheiße. No, 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 no! That got out of control. Wait a sec. Alright, so I gotta point the exact opposite way that I just pointed. Which means way the hell over here. Oh dear. Alright, boom. Not quite there. Oh boy. Where am I? Here? Oh crap, I have a node. No, we don't want those. Well, wait. That's the last correction we need to make. That's the final correction. Don't take that out of context. By the way, Tom, real quick, how's my... Wrong. How's my camera looking on your TV? Because if I need to actually get, like, my camera to do this, I can. It'll just be a little annoying. Could I do that? Could I... How would I do that? I could have the tripod's legs extend up into... Well, no, they can't hook on anything. No. Never mind. Wishful thinking. Yeah, the feet are too big to go between the slats of the roof, so... Or the ceiling. Whatever. Or... No, I'm being stupid. Okay, never mind. Is the camera quality okay, Tom? Like, if I'm here? Because, like, the game quality is just a source of video, whatever it is. But my camera's a webcam, and it advertises 1080p 60, but I don't trust that. Oh, I forgot to set the latency to low. That means other stuff going on. Let's get the music back in here. We need some noise. Oh, I'm getting good at that. He's gonna crash in God knows how long. Okay, well, next step is to get it in orbit with Magpie 1A+. I think I am gonna actually go ahead and rename this Magpie 1A-. Also, why is chat disabled for this stream? I didn't disable chat. Order transform, hide and mixer, scale filtering, blending mode, high transition. Projector source, screenshot. What are you talking about? Properties. Oh, it's picking from the wrong stream. God damn it. OBS works so differently. I'm so used to XSplit, I'm spoiled. Let's see. Okay, so I have to go... I literally have to go to my own stream. I love how it's giving me the weather in Toronto. Charlie is spilling some... Muscusi. I'm getting a bit distracted, kinda. month ago. Who the fuck uploads this a month ago? Made from Movie Maker. Am I back in 2008? Yeah. Fucking... Oh, bro, no, this is trace artwork. Fuck that. Line down, egg go up. Jesus. Okay, so I'm actually needing to look for... look for me. How to children? Oh, dear. There's gonna be some confusion. Mute. Okay, good. It started muted. Thank fuck. Okay, I need to pop out chat, take the URL, you take the moon, and put it here. Okay, now it should work. That... And I should also... God, that was garbage. I'm so sorry, everybody. I didn't realize that that was, I didn't realize that was so garbage. Happy to never do that again. Magpie 1A-. Accept the new name. You will be renamed! Good lord. Salad did a number on me. Okay. So here's the problem. I'm actually in front of where I need to be in this orbit. So I need to orbit higher. That's retrograde. I need prograde. Alright, here we go. Ow. Alright, so let's just raise the orbit slightly. It's a totally trivial matter. That's not right. Oh, wait. Wait. That is what I want. We're getting to it. Oh, not only that, we're getting to it in phase with one of the other orbits. Okay. Separation. If I undo what I just did... That was actually getting greater. Oh! 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That right there should give us orbital intersections completely opposed to one another. So if I warp here and then perform a fully corrected orbit around this point here, and I'm actually going to need a maneuver for this. So, first of all, ideally the maneuver point should be one of the periapsis, or one of either the periapsis or apoapsis. Secondly, need to slow this orbit down just a tad. Apoapsis 501. My other problem with this is that, unfortunately, the... Well, damn. That's not what I want at all. Oh, boy. Oh, the other problem is that the altitude at which this is happening is also going to be different. So, I need to take the apoapsis there, drop periapsis just slightly, and let's get this as close to perfect as we can. Right there will do. Alright, I'm disabling RCS for this turn because I don't want anything leading up to the maneuver to be screwed up. But this right here, the purple and pink, or purple and orange markers being right next to each other, completely opposite in the orbits after the maneuver, that's what I want. That is exactly what I want, because I'm going to end up in an orbit that is perfectly opposed to the other satellite in my orbit. Kind of overshot past the... A burn time of 9 seconds. I need this orbit to be precise, so I need it to happen slowly, unfortunately. Alright, once we get these orbital corrections figured out, then... What's the separation here? Oh god, that's like as far as you can get. Plus, that's where the nodes are happening! Perfect! Well, no, like mathematically that would make sense. Okay, so I'm actually learning a hell of a lot about how these orbits work. Not real orbits, to be clear. I don't want to do this burn with full throttle. I want to do this burn... At 10% it should be 90 seconds. Turns out it was 9.6 seconds, which would have been way off if I had just done the orbit or done the maneuver blind. I don't know what it is with like Unity math or something, but every time you point towards a maneuver and then you have SAS enabled and you just leave it there, and then you warp to the maneuver, you're always a little offset, even though you haven't rotated any in your orbit. It's like you shouldn't have rotated at all, and plus the maneuver hasn't gone anywhere, so why have I drifted? You know what I mean? Does that make sense, or am I stupid? I don't know if I... Anyway. No, I didn't want to alt-tab. I wanted to do 10% thrust. Warp to maneuver. And we have to start the maneuver halfway into the lead up to it. We need the length of the burn to center on the maneuver. That's what needs to happen. Because even though the orbit changes throughout the maneuver, so for that to happen, it says the burn time is 1 minute and 36 seconds. So I need to start it when the node, the time until the maneuver node, is half of that. So 1 minute turns into 30 seconds, 30 seconds turns to 15, it's 45 seconds, and then 3 more for the 6, 45, 48. So I need to burn at 48 seconds until the node. I'm going to leave RCS off for this because I don't want all that jetting around. 48 seconds. 49, 48, go. You're back. Whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Oh, better keep watching the thing. Okay, so we're almost halfway through the maneuver now. If I'm right, it's odd. My chat window isn't showing up chats from... Here. Pop out. Over here. Oh boy. Okay, good. Whew. Didn't get away from me. Taking mini trash bags to dumpster. It'll take maybe 6 minutes, I promise. Yeah, you missed my entire explanation of how this maneuver is supposed to work and how maneuvers in KSP happen. Okay. Two, one, oh. Okay, I'm gonna enable RCS. No. I didn't mean to do that. Push, 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 push. Wait. Okay. We're good. What is the orbital period? 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 20 seconds. My apoapsis is way too high. Also, the ascending and descending nodes are kind of a fuck right now. But any further corrections do not need to be made with this craft. So, you know what time it is. Separate, but I need to do this very gently. Because you see how they're moving apart? That difference in velocity is enough to really screw with stuff in orbits. But we no longer need this vehicle. So we're going to point completely retrograde. We're not going to run into our satellite that we just very painstakingly put into a very precise orbit. And I forgot to raise the throttle again. So we're also going to do that. 10%, more like 100%. Bitchin'. We got fuel for days. We are now suborbital. We are now guaranteed impact at some point. And this time I am gonna ride down with the rocket. Ready, set. Time warp. Alright, we're gonna spin and point retrograde. Retrograde to surface and just firewall the throttle. Just put the pedal to the freaking metal, dude. We are not going to hit the water. We are not hitting water. Let's see the... Oh, God. We're just playing Pal World. Avery. Christ. All that Delta V. All that Delta V for which I'm going to be very glad when it's time to start. Oh, I got to put RCS fuel. I got to put monopropellant on the lower stage. Well, we missed the water. Oops. I'll warp through this. Am I actually going to stop? No. Okay. Phew. I thought I was actually going to stop, like manage to stop mid-flight. Alright, we're out of fuel. We are 110% out of fuel. 110% of the time it works 0% of the time. Oh, we're just coming in fast. Coming in real hot. Here comes the last kilometer. Oh, you dig. What else is still tumbling around? There's a docking port. Just a solitary docking port is all that I can tell survived. Really? It's still going. It's rolling uphill. No. No. Don't you dare. Okay. I thought it was going to like turn around and start rolling back down the hill. I was actually concerned. Did it just cheat stop that? Whatever. Point is... the point is we got that thing in orbit. It's ready to go. The plane change would have been incredibly expensive in terms of fuel. But I didn't need to. So we go to the tracking station. Magpie 1A minus is here. Let's fly Magpie 1A minus. Cool, it's still targeting Magpie 1A plus. So the ascending node is coming. I need to point normal. Act normal, act normal, act normal, act normal. Oh boy. Oh wait, that's the ascending node. I need to go backwards. 0.4, 0.3, 0.2. Oh man, I just missed it. Okay, so we can take the nodes to... Oh. There we go. Get them to 90 degrees from where they were. And then also... warp to... No. Warp to the descending node. And we're going to ascend. Oh, I have an idea. %. 10%. Yeah, perfect. So now once we get close to this... Oh boy. well, this was supposed to be the last correction I did. Come on. Oh, that's borderline perfect. That's about as close to perfect as you can get. Now, how about our prograde retrograde adjustments? That apoapsis is way too high. Periapsis is way too low. We're gonna bring them within 1 meter of each other. And hope for the best. 1%. Let's go here. And we'll have to point prograde, which I actually don't know which way that is right now. I can't really see the edges of a nav ball. Oh, God. Prograde. Perfect. Okay. So now. 1% was way too little. Beautiful. Now, in theory, I'm just a little... Oh, I'm just a little bit behind in orbit where I should be. The apoapsis is too high. I'm going to keep falling behind. Damn it. So close. Good news is I actually don't have to change orientation for this. I just need to push the thruster the other way. So if I'm pointing retrograde... Oh, I actually need to push the other way anyway. So it's a self-correcting phenomenon. Hooray. Okay. Oh, scheisse. Oh, that's not near enough thrust. Oh. Here we go. We're gonna get this nice and circular. Why don't you warp to here? Disable RCS. And very carefully correct... kilometers. Warp here. I gotta raise it by 1 meter. Yeah, these are very, very diametrically opposed. They're good. They're real good. Alright, so here we go. Turn RCS off. Point along prograde. Ready, set. I just need to burn slightly prograde very briefly. Bring the periapsis back up. This is a damn near perfectly circular orbit. And And the two pairs of satellites are just about perfectly opposed to each other. Orbital period, 1 hour, 4 minutes, 17 seconds, as before. Now, this, this is where we get to the hard part. I have to control the phases of the 3 orbits. And I'm trying to remember how this is done. Like, I know what needs to be done. I need to actually go ahead and drop and raise apoapsis and periapsis, but I'm going to need to do some time math. And the clock in KSP is not precise enough to do what I want it to do. But the orbital intersections might be. So Magpie A, the satellite series Magpie A, 1A is bang on. It's the diamond standard that we're going to set for everything else. Now I have to control the phases of the rest of the satellite's orbits relative to them. So let's start with Magpie B. I'm going to start with 1B+. Magpie 1B+. First of all, it is not in a perfectly circular orbit anyway. I'm going to set Magpie 1A+ as my target. And what I want is to be here when Magpie 1A+ is here. And then I want Magpie 1C+ to be here. Right at this node here, this intersection. If I can do that, it will keep all the satellites out of phase with one another, and they will never contact each other, and it will maximize coverage of their communications antennae. That's the theory. Yeah, because if I added any more satellites, well, that would totally cover this. Let's see, you'd have this covered, this covered, this covered, this covered, this covered, and this covered. So yeah, technically you would have like full coverage of the entire planet all at once. Alright, I gotta make this quick. So, oh, 1B+ is moving towards that intersection. And 1A+ is moving there too. Okay. So I actually, 1B+ got there too soon. So, target position at intersect 2. I want this to come around to there. So let me point Magpie 1B+, prograde in its orbit. Yeah, orbit. The orbit velocity here. Okay. Was it? It was firing RCS. I just couldn't hear it. I was going to say, it's way too much authority for that. So if I burn... This is going to take a while. So actually I want this to come around to here. I don't want to meet the satellite, I want it to be at a certain position when I intersect its orbit. I'm also going to fall out of plane with Magpie 1B-. And Magpie 1B minus is going to have to make the same maneuver in about half an hour. There. That's what I really want. And then once we come around a second time, I need to slow down. Bring the apoapsis back down. Are they still at 100%? Yes, they are. Okay, good. How much monoprop do we have? We should have plenty. I just realized. I really should have quick saved. I made a mistake. Let me show you why what I did was wrong. Because if I do what I plan to do, yeah, well, oh, wait. This might work, actually. I mean, I'm going to have to do a slightly radially altered burn. Just a sec. Whoa, 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 wrong way. That's also the wrong way. What the hell? We're going to have to do some serious adjustments here. In either case, this did actually do what I thought it would end up doing originally, which is good for me. So it doesn't actually give me a marker on where an intersection is relative to another orbit, so I have to do this visually, which makes this process slightly annoying. Okay, so now I need to adjust my orbital period very quickly. I need a radial out burn now. Radial out is up here. Okay. Hey, fellas. Let's do this correctly. Crossing the South Pole makes the nav ball go weird. Oh, sweet. Now we just burn prograde. Very gently. Okay, Magpie 1B plus is now mostly in phase. If I can get this down to 1%. This down to 1%. Good. Now, oh wait, forward. Prograde. Nope. Oh god. We're so close. Now, warp to here. And when Magpie 1A plus comes here, 1B plus will be here. Can't really see because all the time warping notification is in the way. Alright, RCS off, rotate to prograde very quickly, we have 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, boom. We got it! And we still have 10 units of monoprop to go. Whoops. Disable RCS immediately because this orbit is perfectly locked in. Magpie 1B minus is what I'm going to do now. Magpie 1B minus. I need to target Magpie 1A minus, which is right here. And is it still opposite 1B, 1A plus? It is. Alright, targeting. And it is way out of phase. This is Magpie 1B minus. I need to adjust phase. Oh, RCS off real quick. Getting a message I have to actually deal with for a minute. Also, the notifications from Discord, I don't want it popping up on stream. Because it would pop up on stream, because this the game is on is my main monitor. And, yeah. I need to wait for Magpie 1B minus to go all the way back around anyway, because the place at which I want to perform the phase correction is way the hell down at the bottom of the orbit. Because that's where I want the intersections to change, just to keep things clean. Good lord, you're typing a novel. War and Peace is going to be shorter. I am doing a show. At least I'd like to think so. There's a guy at the bar I frequent, one of the bars I frequent. His name's, I don't know what his name is, but I keep calling him Charlie because he looks like Moist Critical. He's got actually like the long hair, the actual same facial hair, wears a white t-shirt every time he comes in. Like, dude, I just walk in and I'm like, hey, what's up, Charlie? He actually says hi back. But I feel bad because he knows my name, I don't know his. I'm gonna ask him next time. I'm going to ask him on Friday when I go after the movie. Because Don and I are going to see Mickey 17 on Friday. And I'm going to hit the bar afterwards, kill a few shots, have a few laughs. And chat up a bartender or two. See if I can round a few states. Maybe 5 this time. Ooh. I discovered this past Saturday that I can do nicotine for fun, I can do weed, I can do alcohol, but I can't do all 3 in one night. That's a bit too much. I really pushed my limits with that. That was... push my limits and push my luck, so I didn't want to do much more. Ah, Christ. Call this an intermission if you need to pee. Kitchen as well. Oh, Jesus. Wimp! Dude, fucking drug trifecta? Jesus Christ! I'm never doing that again. Thinning your blood with alcohol and then constricting your blood vessels with nicotine and then making you lose your sense of reality with weed. It's just not worth it. The kind of crossed I was. I bro, just can't hang. I wish I was polydactyl so I could give you 4 of these. shit. I need to, Oh, wait, I can enable streamer mode. I forgot that Discord had streaming mode. Hang on, let me fix this. Inbox, help. Update ready? No. Did you notice it? I should enable streamer mode, I just forgot how. Settings. It's gotta be in, like, privacy, right? Billing, appearance, accessibility, voice chat notifications, keybinds, language. Streamer mode! There we go! That's not what I meant by streamer mode. Okay, it's time to back to game. If this friend pings me back, I'll be able to tell if streamer mode disables... Cool, it does disable the pop-ups. Nice. Okay, so that is Magpie 1B+. I am on 1B-. 1B- needs to come back around to about here. Alright, so I need to rotate. Prograde, we are ahead. We need to fall behind Magpie 1B-, or 1B+, because I am 1B- right now. Okay. Okay then. Enable RCS in preparation for the jump. I forgot how long it took last time, but I've set the target. These two are not nearly as far. Wait, why am I doing that? I can just set this as my target and get opposed to Magpie 1B+. Easy. Oh, am I still at 1% throttle? No, I'm at 100%. Okay. How much? Oh, I got plenty of monoprop. Well, I'm still going to want to keep an eye on it, though. I got to keep an eye on how much monoprop I actually have. I have to get that striped orange. No, not the mun. Set as target. Okay. Wait. Need to tilt down. Cool. That actually was a fairly centered burn. Wait, what? Oh dear. No, no, no. These don't need to be there. These need to be opposed to each other. Like, perfectly opposed. And they're not. Oh, that's a problem. Backwards. Backwards. I need this to point straight at that. And unfortunately, that's about as close as I'm going to get. Unless I look down. Well, but I can make that... Oh. Huh. Well, I mean, certainly not the worst thing that's happened. Alright, so center another maneuver. Not a maneuver. Warp to the thing, please. Okay. Whoa. Alright, so now we need to burn retrograde. But I also need to maintain apoapsis and periapsis. So here we go. Good. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, too much. All right. We are in phase, but we're not circular yet. I don't think the phase differences are going to matter that much right now. The nodes are intact. What order do I want to do this in? I want to do this first. Warp here. We will point prograde without RCS, and then enable RCS to slow down. Whoa, not that much. Oh. Yeah, I need to turn the thrust down to 1. Can you do 0.5? You can! Oh, even better. You can do decimal thrust limiter. Okay. 2010. Nice. And now, as I come back around here, we do the same thing again. Except we're going to be pointing retrograde, so I want to burn in that direction instead of the opposite of that direction like I just did. How's our intersections? Click. Oh, clean. Clean, baby, clean. All right. Well, this might not be fast enough. Wait, I take it back. It was a little too fast. One 30. Nope, that's too close there. We'll deal with the nodes in a minute, because I'm gonna turn it down to 1% of 1% of our CS thrust. And I'm gonna get those nodes bang on. Oh, this is tedious, but worth it. Whoops, wrong way. There we go. Put the apoapsis in front of us and keep chasing it away. Oh, we're circular. Not only that, but our separations. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 110% wonderful, and now the Unity juddering is happening with our orbits because they are so in line. Alright, so those two are in phase. Orbits A and B are in phase now. Now we gotta deal with orbit C. Which is going to be more boring. Second verse same as the first. Garbage. Unless it's already in the right... Well, it's pretty close to the right phase. Let's have a look, actually. We're in Magpie 1C minus right now. So where's 1A minus? Magpie 1A minus is traveling that way. Okay, so 1B minus is here, 1A minus is targeting this, but it just came from there. I need 1C minus to move forward in its orbit, so I need to drop my apoapsis until 1A minus ends up here. Intersection here, target position at intersection. Great. So right now I can point retrograde and get ready to burn. And this burn is actually going to take a fair long while. Did I screw with the thrusters? No, I did not. Cool. So here's what we're going to do. Exactly what I said before. Are we 90 degrees? We're not 90 degrees. Ooh, that's a problem. Real quick, what if I set 1B minus? Yeah, that is 90 degrees. 1A minus is target. We're gonna burn. Oh, crap. I've got to keep an eye on that periapsis. If I don't, I could risk deorbiting this satellite if I'm not careful, which would be very bad. After all the work I put into putting these in orbit in the first place. Right, so I need this marker to get over to here. This is gonna take a while. And I can't warp while I'm under thrust because it won't let me. Intersect is passing. Click. There we go. I could just worry about this one. Yeah, it actually gives us more time to worry about things. Oops. Click. That's where I want it. And so now, I'm going to warp back around. That was a very centered burn. Again, very nice. I'm going to warp. I'm going to warp to slightly earlier than I think it's going to be when I need to start adjusting the orbit again. So now this time we are going to start subtracting from orbital velocity, or adding to it, by raising the periapsis, by burning prograde. It's not really prograde, it's just where it is. Oh, my apoapsis drops a little too low. That's unfortunate. And then, mind you, of course, we need to take care of Magpie 1C Plus after this, doing the exact same thing. Right. Here we go. Whoops, wrong. 30. Oh, not gonna make it. I did it too late. Shit. Yeah, well. Yeah, we're not gonna totally make it, but at least the burn that I did will be mostly centered around the... Oh, I need to turn... Whoops. Not that turn. This turn. Toward the ground? Yeah. Oh, wait, that's retrograde. Fine. Oh. Yep, thrust is a little too high, so now I need to take the thrust and drop it to 1%. Take the other thrust, drop it to 1%. Very nice. Okay. Descending node is not 90 degrees. We'll take care of that soon. In the meantime, this orbit is very well done. I need to reverse on this. Okay, whoop. Okay. That's a 500 clicks. Let's warp. I need to change this by about 100, by 90 meters, so let's give us plenty of room to do so. And then we have to do a plane change. Plane change. It's going to be a little bit annoying. Here we are. That's not going to be that annoying. That's prograde. This is prograde. So I need to go forward, raise the periapsis, like so. Oh, we're still not done. We have one more satellite to take care of. I say we. I have one last satellite to do this phasal change with. Magpie 1C+. Good news, all we have to do now is target Magpie 1C- and perform our corrections with it, which we can do at any time. Wrong! I do not want that. How much RCS? Oh, perfect. We got plenty. We got RCS to kill. Okay. Now I'm going to turn... That's retrograde, so I'm actually going to be pointing more towards the ground as I keep advancing in the orbit. We're going to point. Right about here. Let me rotate. Let me roll. Not rotate. Roll. Let's be clear about things. How is the throttle? 100. Good. Alright. Fire. Oh, I turned it off. Haha. Alright, 3, 2, 1. I'm pointing retrograde. That is not what I wanted to do. Dear God, that sucked. What the? I and K are supposed to be opposites. Why is that not doing anything? Wait, is that obstructed? I got plenty of monopropellant. Why? Is my K key just... Alright, whatever. I can work with this. Doesn't matter. I'll figure it out later. I'm really hoping this isn't the one I bumped into. Oh, I remember. When I put the satellites out of phase on purpose originally, I put them out of phase by in a 5-6 resonance. And that's why these are at a 5-6 difference now. I just remembered why I do this, why I do these adjustments on the intersections between the other orbits, because it makes the intersection markers a lot easier to line up. I'm sorry. Are these disabled? They are disabled, that's why. They're enabled now. Those are enabled. And this one's enabled. Okay, that explains a lot. What it doesn't explain is why the intersect is getting closer as I burn the way I think I should be burning. Huh. Alright, we have 2 orbital intersects now. Oh boy. So I'm behind the orb. Oh, I do need to slow down. I thought I was in front of where I needed to be in the orbit. I'm behind where I need to be. So yeah, we're doing this correctly now. Okay. So I want the intersects to be as opposed as they can get. The problem here is getting these lined up to where I can see what's actually going on. This is gonna be insane. As in, it's gonna take an insanely long time to get this working. Good God. Oh, hold up. Line this back up. Okay. I think that is right about where well, we're not quite there yet. Oh, a little too far, actually. Unless... Is that what we plan on doing? Right about here? Looks like as good a place as any. Oh, wait. Separation... Ah, the separation does maximize. Okay. Never mind. So now I want to I need to burn prograde when I get back around to here. Huh. So I'll just burn anti-retrograde, if you will. But I don't want to screw up the separation there because the separation needs to be maximized. Also doing some radial corrections as well. Trying to get the altitude of the apoapsis in this case just right. Okay, got that. How about the phase of my... Yeah, okay. Oh, I need a periapsis on screen. I need to know exactly where that is. Come on. Oh, the intersect got screwed up. Oh, I did the correction too early. Ooh. Well, I mean, sure. Let's warp there. And we can make this work. I can work with this. Just gotta burn anti that. A little bit more, a little more. Oh! Okay. Now, reduce throttle to 0.1. Oh, it doesn't do 0.1. It doesn't do 0.2. It'll do 0.5. It will do 0.5, but it won't go any lower without hitting 0. Unity math is wonderful. Absolutely love this stuff. Okay, so I'm watching the periapsis there, 900, 20, 30. Let's do some radial correction here to get the apoapsis where I want it. Alright. Oh. Got it. And now we go to the other side. Warp here, please. Warp here. Would you please hurry up? We should be facing prograde by the time we get there. Here we are. Oh, wait, I need to slow down. Right. There we go. Five, four, three, two, one. Ding. Isn't that just great? Oh, shit. Did you like Skyrim and Fable? Oh. I'm sorry, Lauren. I didn't realize you were watching. Of course you want the orange stripe. Haha, yeah. I can't remember. Did you like Skyrim and Fable? Skyrim I haven't played yet. Honestly, that's going to be one of my streaming games at some point. I have not played Skyrim ever, actually. Never have, but I want to. Ha. So... I did not want to focus the mun. Okay, so... this should be everything that I needed to do here. Yeah, and Fable, I never played Fable either. I wanted to. I was kind of interested in Fable, but I didn't want to... didn't really want to. I didn't want to at the time. I had other important shit to do, so I was like, eh. Alright, so raise the throttle to 100 again. And these were put in as pairs, okay. I actually don't know if I want to do that. No, I do. I do. Electric charge is at a maximum. Fantastic. So here's what this looks like. Sped up. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me turn off the markers here and just show you the icons. I think that these are all in such perfect phase with each other. Click. And now... click. They're all at the points. Yeah. Alright, so there's a triple window. And now here's... okay, triple window. And then... click. What's this? Let's look at the network here. Huh. This does not allow for constant communication. My intuition was gravely mistaken. There are points at these... in these, orbits where you won't find, where you won't find any communication there. Huh. Well, I gotta be honest with y'all, I'm a little disappointed here. I was expecting this to... Huh. I was expecting to have a really nice communication network set up here. But looking at it this way, it kind of makes sense as to why this doesn't offer maximum coverage. Now, mind you, they are also communicating with each other. Now, is their interlink communication constant? Let me just see these two as an example. Magpie 1A minus... Nope, they just got separated and then they get linked up again. But every one of the satellites seems to constantly have a less than 1 hop communication chain with the ground. Because you hop into the ground, or hop into the ground, hop into the ground, hop to the ground. So... I'm trying to see if there's anywhere on Kerbin that is never... That ever has a lapse in communication. If anything, the lapses should occur at this... in this region? Right about now, and it does. Okay, so it does... This does allow for communication lapses. This worked out way better in my head. So even with this arrangement, communication blackouts are still possible. That's really irritating. But also interesting. Like, on a purely academic level, that's very fascinating that that's possible. Yeah, we got nothing right here. And then as soon as they start closing back in, we start seeing links fire back up. Or wait, what is that communicating to? I was communicating to here. Oh, there's nothing that... Wait. Oh! So everything on Kerbin that has a communication point has constant communication. Hey Tom, how's that for a visualization for a bad trip? Does that feel better? I'll tell you what. There's one other aspect I need to set up with this this set of orbits. Not the Kerbin setup. I actually need to make a master Magpie 2 and put it opposite from the Mun, and that is actually going to be a little harder. I'll tell you what, these have been 15 days in orbit, and they're still perfectly in phase with one another. Maybe warp here. It's this car that runs on water, man. Yeah. Yeah, I just passed the South Pole on this satellite. The nodes aren't perfect. They're off by like 0.1 degrees, but that's not that bad. Yeah, this looks really good. I'm actually not entirely certain that it has any blackouts. I'll have to find out. I'll have to put some test vehicles on the ground to see if... Not now, because I still have to put that one master satellite around the Mun, or around Kerbin in phase with the Mun. So, we're going to the Space Center. We're going to launch us Magpie 2. Magpie 2. Let's do it. Hey. It says. Do it say? Galaga 1. I don't know why I called this Galaga. This thing is still way too freaking wobbly. I think I know how to fix it. I'm not gonna like this. Okay, that works. That's fine. That's fine. I need a service bay here, inside of which we put the controls and the battery for its operation. Close this. And then we put this ending here on here. And the struts reattach! Look at that! Come on. Come on. There we go. Right there. That's what I wanted. Okay, so I'd like... Well, I guess this isn't really needed. It doesn't really need RCS that bad. All I want to do is be able to deorbit it. Yeah, okay. Galaga 1. However, the very top of this, vessel naming. The setting with the highest priority within the vessel will be used to name the vessel and set the vessel type. Oh, interesting. Okay, so in this case, this is Magpie 2. Accept. That's priority 10. Open the service bay. This will be Galaga 2. It is considered a ship. Priority 5. Set. And shut the service bay because it will launch with it open if you ask it to. Open this service bay. Configure vessel naming. Priority 1. Ship. This will be named Galaga 1. Accept. Great. So, save. Launch. SAS, full throttle. Ready, and... My audio's borked. The in-game audio is actually screwed up. That's sad. Because normally, even if a bit lackluster, the sound design in this game is actually pretty good. Like it's simple, but it works. Like it's okay. All right, we're on the ascent stage. I've really got to start kicking this thing over now. Yeah, atmosphere's getting thin. 15 clicks. Tilt it over to 45, baby. 45, 45, 45, 45. Didn't make it. Separate. And now... let me see what the orbital altitude of the Mun is. 11.4 million clicks. I've got to save some liquid fuel in this stage. Oh, I made the wobbling worse, I think. Yep, definitely worse. Oof. Well, first of all, we're targeting the Mun. .8 degrees, huh? Okay. Sorry, we gotta get up into a stable orbit before I can do anything. This thing is thundering into the sky. Come on. We can raise it up higher than that. Actually, it doesn't honestly matter. I just have to have some degree of control once we get out into the way far out, deep... No, not deep space, but... way out. Can we really quick set this as target? I don't want these to intersect. Alright, so we're out to 1 million clicks. Let's keep going. How far can we go? Shit. We have a Mun encounter. If that was actually a gravity assist, I wouldn't say no. But we both know it's not. Alright, so we're not ready for a separation just yet. We got full solar exposure. We're not draining monopropellant at all. Let's see. Ouch. The Mun periapsis. We should be okay. Head to the Mun for a second. It doesn't give me any intersections. Oh, the orbits don't intersect. It does have a node, though. Completely backwards. Oh, crap. Okay, plane changes are expensive, so we'll do a plane change with the Mun way out here. We need it to be a normal... Mun, you are our target. Ascending node. We need to go back down, I think. Oh, what? Are you serious? You gotta be shitting me. Alright, I'll tell you what. Delete this. Just... Oh. Well... Okay, this works. But now it does the wrong... Wow. Thanks, guys. Thank you ever so much for... Oh, look at that box. Got like a tetrahedral geonome all around Kerbin. God, I sound like my coworker. Oh, good. That's an encounter, not an escape. Okay. There's the Mun escape. Okay, so we're gonna be... Let's just get close. Oh, we can't auto-warp that far? Alright. Then I'll just warp. I'm suddenly realizing something. The antenna I have attached to this craft isn't powerful enough. Okay, now we're in this orbit. Boy howdy hey. Warp here, please. Awesome. I wish I could refocus a craft. Set the target. Let me raise the periapsis. Oh dear. Ah, here we go. Now we're getting to it. Now we're working on it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Make it work, make it work, make it work. Aujourd'hui, s'il te plaît. Wunderbar. And again, warp to the apoapsis. Raise the periapsis, make our maneuvers nice and cheap. Oh my god. You know when to stop warping. You couldn't have warped a little faster? Or does it go by a percentage of orbit? We are outside the moon's orbit. The Mun. I don't really care. Bad maneuver. Oh. Okay. Can you show me? There we go. Oh, almost got it. Good. The wobbling of my rocket is affecting the periapsis of my orbit. Alright. Let's point towards our maneuver. Burn time 1 second? Nah, I want some precision. Come on. Ding, 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 ding. Oh. Okay. Kill the vibration. thrust limiter. 1%? I'm not doing a minute 35 seconds. You crazy. 5%? That's I need to do 5%. 19 seconds. It's doable. It's doable. Let's warp to the maneuver. Right there. That's what I need. This is multiple hours. Alright, burn. At, let's see, 10, just under 10 seconds. Which is actually going to look like 9 seconds, but when it says 9, wait 0.1 seconds and then fire. RCS off. Oh boy. Oh, a little off there. 10, 9, and. I'm going to enable RCS now. Whoop! Too much. Well, either way, I can rely on the notes themselves now. Hot damn, we got it on. Got it dead on right there. Closest approach. Alright, let's go here. We're gonna go for a retrograde maneuver. Oh shit. Oh, good. Here. Separate. While I'm still here, this thing is about to have an impact with the MUN, which is perfect. I don't have to do shit. I switch, and I also need to make sure that that doesn't happen with this craft. Enable RCS. That's what that should have done. It did not. There it is. I don't know why I'm pointing prograde. I need to point retrograde to bring the apoapsis down. So we are at periapsis. Oh god. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go. Okay. Whoosh. What the hell is happening? Oh, these are normal. Okay, hang on. I really should have like an on-screen display of what my keyboard is doing and what I'm doing with it. I just realized there's literally no point to this. I mean, in theory, there's no point to anything, so... Let's see. Wait, why is it going up? Oh. God, this orbit is freaking out. Oh. Well, I mean, this works too. We're almost there. Whoops. Wow. Okay. I gotta be real careful with this. I don't desperately need to be in phase with the mun right now. But I will tell you... That's so cool. Alright, I need a few seconds to get all these RCS thrusters to agree on a 1% throttle. The whole set got affected. Great. So now... There's no way I'm going to get this down to the 1 meter. But I did! But I did, though. But I did. Oh, I've lost contact with that thing. Oh, crap. The big fuel tank? Yeah, I have no control over that right now. So I can't send a probe to Minmus right now. I can't do it. I literally can't. That sucks. That sucks all kinds of ass. I have to take a pilot to Minmus. I could just make a piloted version of the Galaga rocket. I could do that. It wouldn't be horrendously difficult. Oh, shit. I need time to spin around. I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to actually use the engines to get that apoapsis down where it needs to be. Well, I take it back. I take it back. I am ahead of the Mun in orbit right now. So here's the closest approach right now. Here's where it's gonna be at my closest approach. I'm gonna burn until those are opposite one another. So here we go. Ready, set. Pop! Right there. It's not perfect. Just by definition. But I am going to go ahead and spin back around. I'm going to spin around. I'm going to stay in map view for the rest of this maneuver, by the way, this maneuver set. Just because I want to see what happens to this little thing right here, GAWN. I think this is Magpie 2. Great. Because that's currently the control module that is in control of the vessel. Which makes sense. It's gonna take 10 whole days to get back around? Fucking hell. Oh, I see why. Holy crap. It's coming back in range at least. Okay, I should say warp here. What the hell did I just do? I think I'm in a 3-5 resonance with the MUN. I hope. I went one orbit too far. I don't know how that happened. Point is, I need to go back the other way. Give me a clear indication here. I will get no such thing. The approach markers are useless. I'll tell you what. We just wasted an ass load of fuel. Here's what I can do. I can go ahead and put this satellite in orbit of the MUN, perfectly opposite to its counterpart, and call it Magpie 2A-. Because way out here, fuel stretches way further. I need to catch up to the MUN anyway. I'm not getting an encounter anytime soon. Okay, we have an encounter on the way. Can anyone explain to me what the fuck I just witnessed? Anyone? Show of hands. Outcome, catastrophic failure. How? That did not go as planned. Like, not in the least. That did not... It didn't even do what it told me it was going to do. Does Unity just struggle that badly with the math that orbits require? Am I out of line? Did I fuck up? For those who endure the VOD, let me just put the question to you. Did I fuck up somewhere? Did I do something stupid? Aside from, over warping because I thought the coast was clear for the next 44 days, apparently. Or I trusted the auto warp tool. That was the big mistake. But I fell, you can take a look here, I fell 83 kilometers below the Mun's kill sphere. Why? I'm sorry for the lack of noise and commentary. I'm just kind of bewildered here. How did that... Oh, crap. This is Galaga 1. Can it still fly? Yes, it can. It still has tons of electric charge. We have initiated the first flyby of the sun. The fuck did I do? What happened? I didn't do that! I knew KSP2 was bugged to hell. I didn't know KSP1 was this bad. Okay, so I can indeed deorbit Magpie, or not Magpie, Galaga 1. I can indeed deorbit Galaga 1. Ugh. Excuse me for that. My face was... Ugh. Oh boy. Okay, and at this stage, precision really doesn't matter. Let's clean up our trash. We'll get back to this another time. Oh, warp to maneuver. Oh, I forgot. I left the throttle at 5%. No, 100%. 100. 100. Shut up. I didn't do a flyby. I'm out of electric charge. I can't fly this thing. I can't I can't deorbit this craft. It was never supposed to survive this long. No probe control. Yep. That's what I thought. Oh well. I can't delete the maneuver node because the control is locked. Okay. Tracking station. We are doing this the easy way because I am a cheap bitch. Terminate. Bye-bye. My God. Alright, so I need to get a screenshot of this because few people will believe me if I don't get one. Yeah. 1534. Oh, right. Because it's a 90-degree out of phase. Sending node, 90 degrees. Beautiful. That just clutters the screen up with more numbers. Okay, I've got the B orbits, the A orbits, the C orbits in view. I fast forward just a little bit so I can get them at the nodes to prove that they're all in phase. That's the fun part. Slow down. All right. Here we go. And click. Print screen. Okay. Holy crap. Yay. Okay. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for everything, really. And thank you for all for enduring that colossal fuck-up of trusting Unity to do anything right, or anything advanced in an intuitive way, let's be real. Next time, possibly tomorrow, I will be taking a journey to getting a hell of a lot more science. I'm going to be. I need to get some more science points so that I can research higher level tech. Namely, better solar panels, better control systems, better antennae. I also need some different. My rockets are not at all lacking in power or fuel. I could use some aerodynamic help, but honestly, the communication stuff, as well as the control systems, like the automated control systems, need a lot of help. So I'm going to focus on that next. Which means that we're probably... Let me check the next missions in line. If I go back to the Space Center... We go back to the Space Center. Go to Mission Control. Explore Minmus. Spacewalk near Minmus. There's a VIP. What do we have that gives science? Oh wait, I don't have any active contracts. Oh. Attach a new part to a satellite in orbit of Kerbin. They deployed an expensive satellite. It's nearing the end of its useful life, but we've determined that a small addition will be able to extend the long enough to be worth the mission. Send up one of your brave engineers to make the required changed, and we can keep using the satellite for years to come. Okay. So this is actually a useful skill to have. Rescue from orbit of Minmus, ferry tourists. I am not hurting for cash. But if I was, this would be incredibly useful. A Minmus orbit rescue. Why not? Why not? Orbit of Kerbin. Nah. Build a new orbital station around the Mun. Have a facility supporting at least 13 Kerbals. Have 7,500 units of electric charge. 6,000 units of liquid fuel. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. Put your station in orbit of the Mun. It has an antenna, a docking port, and it can generate power. The station must be fully assembled when launched. Oh. For 13 Kerbals? No wonder the reward is so huge. Orbit of Minmus. Yeah, sure, we can rescue 2 guys. Rescue Gersey from the surface of the Mun. Okay. I think all of those are doable. In fact, depending on what vehicle I use, I think all of those are doable within one mission, except for the satellite part. Like all the rescue stuff. The 3 rescues? Can I do that in one launch? Surface of the Mun, and 2 in orbit of Minmus. Let's go to the tracking station and find out where they are. Where are these guys? Oh dear. We're in a highly polar spot on the Mun. And out at Minmus... we have a low orbit. A low, very circular orbit. And we have a high, slightly elliptical orbit. Are you just standing out there? The craft needs a ladder. That's what I'm getting from this. The craft needs a ladder. Can I just, real quick, really quick, can I just fix the orbit of this? Can I just really nail down Magpie 2A's orbit? How's my RCS? Oh, great. Perfectly fine. RCS fuel is good. Okay, RCS. Oh, thrust is way too high. 0.5. 0.5%. 0.5%. Great. Poof, great. And now warp here. When we get there, disable RCS, rotate to prograde, but we're not burning prograde, we are burning retrograde. Enable RCS. Nope. Whoop, too close. That's a beautiful orbit. Alright, now one last thing. Very, very last thing, I promise. Inclination 0.4 degrees, but it won't tell me what the nodes are. It's not like it affects the communication, it just... Okay, so this satellite can reach... Wait, this satellite can reach Kerbin. It can't reach any of the magpies. That's disappointing. Oh well. We can worry about that tomorrow. We'll worry about that tomorrow, and when I get off work, I'll come home, take care of myself, and then I'll fire us up a rescue mission, and then we will definitely try to set up the rest of the comms network. But I'm hoping that by the rescue missions, I'll be able to have enough science that I'll be able to do enough science to get enough science points to really start unlocking more of the tech tree. I'll probably have to send a manned mission to, like, I don't freaking know, like, Duna. I'll probably have to send a manned mission to Duna. That's what I'm really going to have to do. Meanwhile, thanks everybody, and good night, because I'm getting very tired.